Hello, all my nieces and nephews, everything in between and or otherwise. Question: are you ready for the zombie apocalypse? No? Hey, that's totally fine. If you want to die on day 3, if you're lucky, you'll make it to day 3. But hey, if you do you, I guess. Go out, do that, whatever. Go ahead, go. I'll wait. Gone? Good. Alright, look, now that they're gone, I'm gonna let the rest of y'all in on a little secret. I have a genuine zombie apocalypse survival guide. And because I love y'all so much, I'm gonna teach you everything that this book has to offer. Now, let's get started. Alrighty, page 1.
The Walking Dead. Among Us.
Let's get off this page.
Section 1. The Zombie Virus.
Spooky. That's a zombie throwing up gang signs. Okay. Virus. I think we've heard enough about viruses in the past few years, so I'm not going to bore you reading through what a virus is. But I will bore you with the fact that the most deadly virus ever was named the rotavirus. Ronavirus. Coincidence? Probably. Still interesting though.
Now over on page 6 we learned that a plausible cause of the zombie apocalypse could be ticks off the tropics that infected rats, and those rats go forth and infect us, and then we go on and infect ourselves.
Now granted, our virus was caused by bats, not rats. I'm checking my research here. And I think the only difference our zombies gonna have from the traditional zombies that would be coming from rats is our zombies are going to be able to fly. Now look, rats can't fly. If the rats are infecting the normal zombies, and our zombies, they came from bats, the only logical solution here would be that our zombies are going to be able to fly. They'll sprout wings and fly and be an even more dangerous threat. I'm calling it now. It's time to be an American, point your guns at the sky, and get ready for them to die. I don't know.
On the next page, we learned about the stages of zombie transformation.
Holy shit! A chunk of that girl's neck is missing! How'd they sell this at a book fair? What?
Moving on. We have the most deadly epidemics and pandemics in history. Fun!
Hey, I know that word. The next part of this book goes over the big bads of the virus world, which include and are limited to
the Black Death, the Plague of Justinian, the 1918 through 1919 influenza pandemic.
I know that word.
The Third Plague Pandemic. The 1916 polio epidemic. The First Cholera Pandemic. The Plague of Athens. Yellow Fever Epidemic.
And finally, SARS. Hey, look at that. It's almost like they knew what they were talking about.
Reading back to the influenza pandemic, it says, some cities passed laws requiring people to wear a mask, and close some public places like schools and churches.
Well, I sure am glad to know that shutting down public places and wearing masks worked. And I'm sure if we were ever in a place where we needed to do those things again, say we had like a pandemic going around or something, that people would just do it and not, assume things that weren't true, like the masks don't work, because obviously they do work. We see that they work, and that shutting places down is necessary so that we don't further spread the thing. And yeah, like I said, if it happens again, the people will know that it works and that we should do it and not make a big fuss about it. Because we know that it works. I'm sure nothing like that is going to happen again though, so we don't even have to worry about it. Anyway, Boy Scouts at the time were like straight up narcs. They would go around when they see someone spitting in the street even. They'd hand them this little card that says, "You are in violation of the sanitary code." Which, my big question is, why not just tell them this? They go through all the trouble of printing out these cards that only say you are in violation of the sanitary code. You could just tell them that. You could probably tell them more information than that. It would be more useful than handing out a card. They just hand out a card, walk away, and then what? They throw the card out, spit on it even? I feel like you could have just did that better. Plus, look at this kid. I'm not going to listen to him if he tells me anything, especially if it's on a card.
Breaking off onto a different epidemic, let's talk about polio for a second. Polio had been all but cured by Dr. Jonas Salk, who made the vaccine.
The polio vaccine worked so well, actually, that polio was almost completely eradicated worldwide. But that all changed when the anti-vaxxers attacked. In recent times, people, out of fear for not knowing how vaccines worked, stopped administering them to their children, afraid that whatever might happen. This was such a stupid move. Case in point, polio had been, like I said, almost completely eradicated, but since people stopped giving it to their kids, polio is back. And not only is it back, it's actually killing people. People aren't just getting infected, some people are actually dying now. You know, enough about the boring shit though, let's get into some zombie identification. Our first zombie that we're gonna go over is called the crawler. And as you can see, the crawlers have no legs. And we see a picture of a boy before and after becoming a zombie. And when I was younger, when I first got this book, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, I don't know. I just genuinely believed that this boy pictured was an actual amputee. For no reason. I genuinely believed that this boy did not have legs in real life. Even knowing that this was a real person, not an actual zombie case victim, because I knew the difference at that age even. I just thought they were so dedicated to authenticity that they got a man with no legs to play the part of a zombie with no legs. For like no reason. This is just out of my head. It's like, oh yeah, they do that. I'm sure they'd be inclusive in that way. And you know, I just recently, rereading this book for this video, this guy totally, probably, has legs. And I was just a dumb kid. I was just a dumb little kid. Moving past my dumb child assumptions, we have another zombie who is throwing up gang signs. My question is though, are these two zombies in the same gang? Are these two zombies in different gangs?
What sets this one apart though? It has a name, a rambler to be exact, and a few noticeable symptoms of the rambler are: it doesn't follow the horde, it may be alone, it is extremely smelly, it can move very fast or very slow, and is extremely dangerous.
Now, why do I point these specific traits out instead of all the others? Well, you know, by now I was hoping you would have realized what was truly being described here. And what is truly being described here is much, much scarier. A band kid. Now hold on, listen to me. Let me reread some of these things, and you be the judge of what is true and what is not true. Think about it. It doesn't follow the horde. Band kids. It doesn't do things like its peers, its classmates. It may wear weird clothing or act differently, you know, do whatever, wearing a fucking Goku hoodie and such. It may be alone, off watching anime or on Reddit somewhere, learning about World War II. They love World War II. Think about it. Extremely smelly. Think that one's self-explanatory. Can move fast or slow. They can go slow if they're watching a video while walking, PewDiePie most likely, but they can be very fast. For example, they hear the tardy bell ring and they Naruto run straight to class. Extremely dangerous. You do not want these guys going Super Saiyan on you, or using, for example, Kill a Bitch Jitsu, a Naruto move, which is very rare to be used in real life, but they will use it if you get on their bad side, so watch out. All in all, you need to watch out for these guys before and after the apocalypse starts.
Band kids and zombies are going to be the least of your worries though, because wild animals are still a thing, and the book has some pretty useful tips on them. Don't make eye contact, never shout or run away, do not climb trees, they can climb better than you, and if you gotta fight, go for the eyes.
And really, this is one of the main reasons that I wanted to make this video, because this zombie apocalypse book, huge joke, right? But look, they have like a lot of real survival shit in here that I feel like can actually be useful in real life, so I wanted to point some of those shits out, which is like actually important. But there's a lot more on this stuff soon. That's a whole next, section of this video. But for now, I'm gonna make my zombie jokes and then we'll get into the useful shit next. My zombie jokes include, in Zombieland, the protagonist, Columbus, he has his rules of Zombieland, one of the more iconic parts of the movie. Well, we have some too, 20 to be exact, 16 original ones, because rules 10, 12, 13, and 16 are ripped straight from Zombieland.
Rule 10. Don't be a hero.
Maybe the most important rule of all. Don't be a hero.
Seriously, don't be a hero. That is one of the most iconic lines in all of Zombieland. Don't be a hero is so ingrained into Zombieland at this point. When you say don't be a hero, people immediately go, ooh, Zombieland, it's a fun Zombieland rule. Like, it's not even reworded differently. It's just straight ripped from Zombieland into this book. It baffles me, honestly, how they thought they were going to get away with that. I'd say it's one of the more infamous rules, right next to maybe enjoy the little things. Oh, wait.
Rule 16, enjoy every moment.
Rule number 32, enjoy the little things.
Come on now. Like, you really think changing the wording is gonna be like, yeah, I guess I'll let it pass? No, bro. You are ripping Zombieland off, one of the best horror comedy zombie franchises there is. And yes, it is a franchise. Once it's the second movie, it becomes a franchise. And I'm not gonna let that slide. I'm on to you, Zombie Apocalypse Survival Guide. You're not getting through that easy. Okay? I'll say that much. The next two rules aren't as big, but they are still used in Zombieland, so I'm gonna go over them quickly.
Rule 12, take extra care in bathrooms.
Or more eloquently put, in Zombieland.
Rule number 3, beware of bathrooms.
Look, this last one doesn't really count because the rule comes from Zombieland 2. Maybe Zombieland 2 ripped off the book. The rule being...
Rule 13, travel light.
Hey, I'm editing this right now. That was not true. That rule was in the first movie. I'm just an idiot. Here's the clip.
Another rule to surviving Zombieland, travel light.
Whatever, let's move on. Look, the rest of this book is just a straight up survival guide. It's literally listed as such in the book by itself. And I'm not going to go over everything, obviously. I'm just going to go over the more interesting parts as we go through them.
And to start us off, we have, like, so much shit on how to get water. They tell you where to find it, how to boil it, how much water you need a day, how to collect it from the rain, how to get from plants like cacti. But besides all the water shit, they do talk about some good places to take shelter during the apocalypse. For example, outside of the city.
Because the zombie virus spreads so quickly, you'll probably get COVID. I mean, attacked by a zombie.
Hospitals are good too.
Because obviously, hospitals have a higher risk of COVID, I mean zombies. Obviously.
Supermarkets and grocery stores are good too, because you know there's going to be a lot of food.
But that also means a lot of other people are going to be there looking for food themselves. And you know, the more people there are, the more COVID, I mean zombies are going to be.
Going on a ship is going to be one of your best options though.
Because remember kids, COVID can't swim. And no, I didn't mean zombies. COVID, for a fact, cannot swim. It has no legs and or arms. Checkmate, atheists.
There is a good guide on how to make a simple shelter. Now, I was gonna try and make one of these for the video, but I did something better.
A sundial!
It doesn't work.
But there are 4 pages in this book that go over only how to make a fire. That's a lot. I'm not gonna read all of it. But, just for you, I'm gonna read the last part. But remember, if a fire's too hot to touch, it's too hot to— Holy shit! The hell is this jump scare? It's not even related to fire at all. All these other pictures are related to fire. This is just straight up a jump scare in my book. I just want to learn how to make a fire, and now I'm never going to be able to do it because I can't get past this part because of the fucking jump scare at the end. I don't want to see zombie trying to eat me while I'm trying to make a fire. What the hell is that? Finding food can be very important too, obviously. So let's make sure that we go through and— Holy shit, edibles? Oh, it's like food. But hey, look at this.
First aid? Not? What the? Who cares? I need a zombie disguise.
Joking.
But we do need some badass weapons like a motherfucking string and pan!
I wish a zombie would run up on me when I got my fucking string and frying pan. Right then and there, I single-handedly would end the zombie apocalypse. Do not test me with my string and frying pan. Now that we've sufficiently armed ourselves, and zombies are no longer an issue for us, and we're just kind of sitting around bored, killing zombies left and right, we're gonna need some entertainment. And luckily, the book has just the thing. The Zombie Pranking Guide. I wish I were joking. Let me read to you a few of these little pranks. Set up a group of would-be humans. Just fake out the zombies. It's really funny, trust me. RC vehicles are a great way to have a little fun and distract the zombies, you know. Run through their legs or something, find a victim, cut off their finger, tape it to the top, make the zombies chase that just to fuck with them, you know, have a good time. It's a practical joke, they'll get it. You can even start up your own little YouTube channel for it. Maybe. And guys, I hate to say it, but if you're at the point where you're pranking the zombies, you're pretty much good. That's all the book has to offer here. There's a fun little thing. It's a little zombie quiz. You know, you can go through it, see how well you survive. But I'm not going to get into that because I really just don't give a shit. But yeah, that's it. So now you might just have a shot in the dark at surviving in the zombie apocalypse. Not as much as me, because I get to carry this thing around all the time. You guys only have what I covered in this video today, so, you know, go fuck yourselves. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't know what's going to be next. Stay tuned, we'll find out. Later.